Canary's Youth Podcast. I and my co-host Jania Leary will bring topics that we think are important to young people today. I am a student at Bertie Early College, and I am president of God's Chosen, the Next Generation, which is a youth group hosted by Canary Missionary Baptist Church, but open to all youth, whether you are a member of another church or even you are without a church home. God's Chosen meet the Saturday before second Sunday of the month, usually at 11 o'clock a.m. Here at Canary. We meet and discuss relevant topics as well fellowship, all from biblical perspectives. If you're interested, please call Canary at 252-345-2174. We end each session with our podcast. We discuss and interview guests who share their expertise of given topics. Today we're discussing issues that affect teens, especially those who are interested in continuing their education in college. Our guest today is Jania Leary. Jania is a senior at East Carolina University. Hi.
Good afternoon.
Um, so Jania, can you tell us about yourself?
Well, my name is Jania Leary. I'm from Orlando, North Carolina. I was born and raised in Bertie County, and I graduated from Bertie High School. And I'm currently a senior at East Carolina University for social work.
What are you doing now?
I'm a senior at East Carolina University. I'm majoring in social work, so in May of this year, I'll be graduating with my bachelor's of social work. Aside from that, I do intern at Bertie Middle School, where I'm side by side by a school social worker that's at Bertie Middle School, and I just look at the daily life of what am I to expect when I become a social worker.
You graduated from Bertie High School in what year?
I graduated from Bertie High School in 2019. I actually graduated as salutatorian. So, yeah.
What's the hardest thing you faced while you were in high school?
The hardest thing I faced when I was in high school was transitioning from middle school. I didn't take nothing serious, to be honest. When I got in high school my freshman year, I kind of battled with peer pressure, following my friends, and I had to find my own way, my own path. So once I found my own path, I had to figure out what I wanted to do. So the hardest thing was maturing, in high school you have to mature because those are your final steps before becoming an adult.
If you can go back in time, what advice would you give yourself?
I would give myself to be patient. I rushed time. So a lot of times I was rushing time. I wasn't taking advantage of all the resources that was around me. I went into college kind of blind. So I kind of I was just so ready to just be done with school that I didn't fully grasp everything that came with school. I didn't do sports. I just regret not being fully active in high school as I wanted to be.
What advice do you have for some of us that start in high school?
To know what you want to do, even if you don't know what you want to do, it's okay. But I would take all my classes seriously because my ninth grade year, I started off, like I said, I was playing a lot. I would be in class. I knew the work. I just was following my friends, didn't want to do my work. So I just had to figure out what I wanted to do. But it took me a while. My freshman year, I was number 12 as my rank. So that was because I kind of horse played a lot in class to where I had to look at myself and take myself serious. And it took me a lot of hard work to build back to becoming I graduated number 2. But it took so much work because it's once you make that damage your ninth grade year, it's kind of hard to come back from it because your ninth grade year, your first year of high school is really where you set the path of what you're going to do the rest of your life.
What is easy or hard going from high school to college?
Being an adult. High school, you got your parents. You come home to your parents. When I got my first year, when I went home, I was scared to leave home. because I was on my own. But I remember my grandma. She told me, she was like, "It's time for you to be a woman now," and I didn't know what that meant. Like, I didn't know what it meant. So like, I was like in this city by myself, not knowing nothing, and I had to just like put on my big girl pants and be like, okay, this is what I gotta do. I gotta like get it together, and I just gotta figure it out. And it's hard because you by yourself, but it's easy. Like, it's not easy, but I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. Like, it's just hard.
What do you find most difficult?
Um, Not making the right decisions. Like, every day I second guess what I'm doing because I don't want to make the wrong decision and it like mess up my life. So like, I just gotta make sure that everything I'm doing, because you can make one mistake and it change your whole life. So I just, thank you. I grew up with a lot of like pressure, because like I got a brother that he do a lot. Like, he's in school, so like I felt like it was a lot on my shoulders to like be great. So like, it's just hard. Like, it's hard because you by yourself. Like, can't nobody help you. Like, they can help you, but it's up to you about what you're gonna do. And I had to learn that, and that was the hardest thing to learn. Cause like, I grew up spoiled. So like, when I was on my own, it was like it's nobody there. Like, I have to make my decisions for me, and that's the hardest thing to do because I don't know if what I'm doing is right, but I have to trust myself that it's right. If that makes sense.
Tell about college from your perspective and what you have seen in other students.
College is college. I mean, it's really another high school, but it's like it's nobody there to like push you. The teacher's gonna push you, but at the end of the day, it's like 100. It's like thousands of students. So like, nobody is there to like really walk with you hand by hand. So it was just like everybody's doing their own thing. You just gotta fit in and just do your work and do everything that you're supposed to do, because nobody, like in high school, some teachers care if you get left behind. They'll help you out. Them professors at school, they'll fail you, and they going on to the next class, because that's what they got to do. That's their job. It's a whole lot of teachers, a whole lot of kids. So you just gotta trust yourself. You just gotta know that what you're doing, this is what I gotta do, cause them years gonna fly. They gonna fly, and you just can't look back with no regret. You just gotta do everything that you want to do, put your mind to it, and just be great.
What is the social life like out there?
It's party. I mean, ECU is a party school, but me, I didn't party. I stayed in. I've always been a stay-in person because that's how I grew up. But I know it was parties every weekend. Like, everybody is sociable. Everybody want to be friends. You got sororities. You got fraternities. So, I mean, it's a lot to get into. But me personally, I can't say what the social life is really like because I always stayed in my dorm. Like, my freshman year, I was in the dorm the whole time. I didn't go out. I'm just a home girl. That's just me. So I can't really comment on what the social life is like.
What is the main difference in the schoolwork?
Papers. Like, high school, you get worksheets, or you get like a 2-page assignment. But compare like a 2-page assignment to like a 10-page assignment, and you got a month to do it. And it's on a topic you ain't never heard of, or you may have heard of it, but you ain't never had to sit there and do a paper on it. And it's hard to write 10 pages on something that you don't really know so much about. So that comes with research. You just gotta research a lot and just put your brain on and just do a critical thinking about what you're gonna put on your paper. That was the hardest thing for me because I was always like a math girl. When it came to reading, I was good at it, but I didn't like it. So when it came to writing papers, I was just like, I'll take 100 math problems over this. But papers is hard because they're going to grade it hard. They're going to grade it based off your grammar, off your APA, your MLA. Like, you can have a good paper, but if you don't present it in a good way, they they looking for what they looking for, and that's it. They